I am a judge, not some official court judge who's all wise, cracky, and then trying to be like, order in the courtroom, please. No, I'm downright and dirty. I don't play around the subject. I don't care how you speak, but the truth will come out. That's all very, very big words for something like, am I the a-hole for eating a pizza that wasn't mine? Which I used for the thumbnail because I thought it would be funny. From Half Puzzle-Headed 69. Okay, but without context, of course you are the a-hole. Why would you do that? But the context might change our minds. Last night, some pizza got delivered to my apartment and was sitting on the steps when I got home from dinner. I didn't order it, so I texted the roommate group chat saying it was outside. One of my other roommates, who I don't get along with, grabbed it since she was home too and put it on the counter. She didn't order it either. After our other two roommates got home from my room, I overheard her asking if it was theirs, and no one in the apartment had ordered it. They were excited about the free food, we are in college, and ate some, putting the rest in the fridge. Nothing about the pizza being no one's was voiced directly to me, but I could hear the conversation. I ate a couple slices the next day, and my roommate was mad at me for eating her pizza, even though she only knew about it because I texted and nobody here paid for it. I feel like I have just as much right to eat the mystery pizza as anybody else, but maybe that's not the case. Here's what I think. This is not an issue. Stop it. Stop it. This is so easily fixable if you're just not annoying. I mean, honestly, you're gonna make a big deal, like not you, but like as in you in general, right? Are gonna make a big deal about this? Really? Here's what I think. Look, to solve this issue, because we know she's not the a-hole. Everybody has this right, as much of the right. What you should have done is called the pizza company. Said, hey, we just got some pizza. We got a pizza delivered, but none of us here ordered one or paid for it, so I don't know why it's here. And then the pizza company would be like, oh, that might be this and this order, because they just called the steak too long or something like that. I don't know. Who knows? Something like that, right? And then you could get like a coupon or something. And not only that, the other person knows where their food is, because that didn't just come out of nowhere. You stole someone's food. And it's not necessarily, I don't know if it's legally like you can get in trouble for it, but someone wanted to eat that pizza. Someone paid for that pizza. Now they don't have that pizza. That's theft. That's theft, man. Okay, so the final solution to this is fight to the death. Whoever doesn't die is of course the owner of the pizza. Now the 4-way, because you said it's 4 people, right? Anyway, 4 people, fight to the death, free for all. Whoever wins, they get the pizza. Or you do teams of 2, and then it's 2v2, and then whichever team wins, of course. And I feel like that's a perfectly reasonable and normal way to fix something like this. I feel like that's reasonable. I don't see anything wrong with that. If you feel there's something wrong with that, please tell me. Blake is telling me there's nothing. This is Blake, by the way. I feature him in videos nowadays. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying. I lost my train of thought. Next one. I hate my username for. Am I the a-hole for refusing to do my husband's laundry anymore after he had a go at me after surgery? Probably not. I had gallbladder removal surgery yesterday, and thankfully all went well. They removed a massive stone and several smaller ones. I even got to take pictures. Gallstones have increased risk of cancer. Coming around from the anesthesia was harder than I'd imagined, but the doctor said it was quite normal to feel very tired and groggy afterwards. They said this was quite normal. I was lucky enough to have my surgery in a private hospital funded by the NHS. So my staff was, but I still couldn't wait to get home to see my children sit on my own sofa in my own house and watch my own TV. I got home quite tired and sore just before 7 p.m. The morphine has definitely worn off at this point, and I haven't had any more pain relief, so I just want to sit down and relax and take some codeine and give my kids a cuddle. I woke in and the living room looks a mess, which is annoying. But my husband had made sure my pillow was on the sofa like I'd asked for earlier. And it's hard work looking after 3 kids. 10 autistic, 6 and 2. I feel like that's just not necessary. Yeah, I have 3 kids and one of them is autistic. Yeah, I love him the least. They'd not long finished dinner, takeaway, and he'd been doing loads of laundry that had piled up since our washer broke and only got fixed the day before. I didn't say anything about it, it's not the end of the world. I'd barely sat down 5 minutes when my husband turns to me and says, I don't mean to have a go at you since you just got home from surgery, but can you please stop putting my football shirts in the dryer since it ruins them? I've told you before, they can't go in there. It's kind of like saying, I'm not trying to be mean, but you look really ugly today and I don't like you at all, actually. I know it's not the same degree, but it's like funny when people say, I don't mean to this and this, and then they do the thing that they don't mean to do. But you clearly meant to do it. You just try to seem nicer about it. But you're doing the same thing. You're doing the same thing, Mike. Yeah, his name is Mike. I don't know if his name is Mike. I'm just saying that. I was a bit taken back. Like, is this really the best time to bring this up? He even acknowledged that I just got home from surgery. And for the record, I don't think it's wrong of him to not want a shirt room, but really? This is the time you're going to bring it up? No, do you need anything? Do you need any medications? Are you comfortable? Nah, just my shirts. I don't remember putting them in the washing machine or the dryer, and I don't remember folding one up when the dryer finished either, so all I could say was sorry. I genuinely thought his football shirts were okay to go in the dryer. I absolutely swear I remember him saying last year they could go in, and I'm usually pretty good at remembering what can be tumble dye right and what can't. He's made mistakes too. I've told him a few times that our daughter's school cardigan shouldn't be tumble dried. He completely ruined one, said he'd replace it, and 6 months later still hasn't replaced it. I live in the UK, I don't need to tell you, branded uniform items are not cheap. I was like, you know what? Do your own effing laundry then. Then if anything gets damaged, that's on you. Don't have your stuff ready for work, that's your problem, and don't effing bother asking me to iron anything either. Now I'm lying here 5 a.m. running if I'm just be overly petty for the sake of it. I do most of the laundry as I'm a stay-at-home mom, and he does work all week long. Eta. First of all, no. Like I said, it's I don't mean to have to go at you, but here's the go at you that I'm gonna do anyway. Look, your husband, Mike, you're an idiot, because here's the thing. Here's the thing. You could have just not said it. That like she said, you could have been nice. What I'm getting from this is that you guys are together, but you don't talk at all about things, apparently, or something like that. Because I just feel like, no, do you need anything? Do you need medication? Are you comfortable? Not just my shirts. That makes me believe that you don't love each other. Like, if you love your wife and she comes back from surgery, first of all, I would have probably picked her up, right? But maybe that's logistically not possible. So then we accept that. But then as she comes back, don't you want to kind of, like, care for her? Doesn't that, like, instinctively just, like, you do that? But now I'm here laying at 5 a.m. wondering if I'm just being overly petty for the sake of it. That's the thing. Talk to him about it. Then you will know. Why do you come to Reddit when you could just talk to him? Because if Mike is any little bit of a respectable person, he would probably feel sorry. But he probably has trouble saying it too. Because there's no communication. I know that's a lot of assumptions, but it's probably true. I'm probably right. Sorry, that sounds like I have a big ego. Help me out, Blake. Am I crazy here? Am I crazy? I mean, I am crazy because I'm talking to an inanimate object and a camera. I'm crazy. I'm definitely crazy. But am I crazy for what I just said? What do you think? Because I don't think so. Little confused carp. Am I the a-hole for telling someone to stop making their insecurities my problem? Some background. I, 29, used to know Tom 30 years ago. We were acquaintances as teenagers, and though we briefly dated at 16, it wasn't serious and we stayed on neutral terms whenever we ran into each other. A few years later, when we were in our early 20s, I bumped into him at a nightclub and he introduced me to his then girlfriend, Alex. From the moment we met, Alex was noticeably cold towards me and she barely spoke. Made passive-aggressive comments about my appearance and created an uncomfortable tension. Sensing the awkwardness, I made my exit. Tom later messaged me, apologized, yeah, but I brushed it off. I didn't think much of it as we weren't close anyway. Listen, Tom, if your girlfriend behaves like that, you have some communication to do. Wow, look, every time. Every video, I feel like, or almost every video, we come back to communicating. Every time someone posts a story and there's relationships involved, nobody talks to each other. Like, never. And I'm like, dude, it's the #1 rule. Everybody ever says it. Communication is so important, and then what do? No communication! Since then, I've occasionally run into them at different social events, and Alex's attitude towards me have never changed. She has made snide remarks in passing, whispered about me to others while I was nearby, and has generally gone out of her way to be hostile anytime we're in the same space. I've always ignored it, because as far as I was concerned, whatever problem she had with me wasn't my issue. But you can confront her, just talk to her. What's your problem? Well, there's no problem. There's obviously a problem. And if I need to explain it to you, I'm gonna kill it. No, don't say that. Now to last weekend. I was out with some friends when I saw Alex and Tom at the same venue. Tom came over to say hello and make small talks, and almost immediately Alex stormed over without even greeting me. She shoved her ring in my face and pointed a comment about how I definitely couldn't have him now. I laughed and I told her I never wanted him in the first place, but I was happy for them. That only made things worse. She started raising her voice, accusing me of trying to get attention for years, making assumptions about me and throwing out personal insults. When she finally finished, finished, I asked if she was done and told her that I'd never done any of the things that she was accusing me of. I also made it clear that I didn't care about her or Tom, and most importantly, that she needed to stop making her personal insecurities my problem. She looked like she was about to respond, so I added that she also needed to stop being jealous of me because there's no reason for it. At that point, she accused herself and left the room with Tom following after her. Before he left, he told me I didn't need to say all that. My friends thought my response was blunt but justified, while some mutuals later told me I was too harsh and should have been more understanding because she's obviously insecure. I'm wondering, was I too harsh? No, of course you weren't. Look, I'm Dutch, so maybe I'm a bad exam or bad, look, we are blunt. The Dutch are blunt. Let's just say that. She went on the tirade. Also, if she's that jealous, shouldn't she talk to Tom instead of you? I don't want to be mean, but like everything you said she deserved. Because she came at you. What do you mean you're too harsh? Because she's obviously insecure. Oh, well. He murdered my whole family, but he was insecure. I can't be too harsh. I know it's not the same degree, but like, that's not my problem. He still did it, you know? What's the difference? It's so easily fixable. Say you have these concerns and then you can work together on trying to get over those insecurities. But no, it's confused Carp's problem because she was being too harsh. Even though Alex does not work on herself at all. But Alex cannot do anything about, anybody can do anything about insecurities. Don't ever think that you can't do anything. You're not incapable of changing or improving, alright? You're always capable of changing and improving. And the fact that a lot of people don't do that means they're just stuck in their ways, which is not nice to live, not a nice way to live, because you're gonna get stuck and then you're gonna get depressed and then you feel even more hopeless when hope is never lost, because even then you can still change and improve. Always! No, there's nothing wrong with being blunt, because I feel like a lot of Alex has never been straight up told what she needs to hear. Oh, actually, something came into my mind. Don't throw stones if you have a glass house, because that's what Alex did, basically. She threw insults, but she's made of glass. So that was some 20-year-old wisdom. I know I'm young and I probably don't know a lot of things. So if you're older and you're more wise than me, definitely do enlighten me with if I got something wrong, alright? Definitely do that, because I want to grow as a person. I want to grow as a human being and be better. You know, and I'm doing that, of course, through personal development, but also through God. I know not everybody likes to do this. Because they want to rely on themselves, but I do feel like, look into it. Maybe it's something for you as well. You know, it brought me a lot of peace, Christianity, alright? It brought me a lot of peace and a lot more love for the world. I don't look out into the world with the bitterness I had, alright? I look out with a lot more love. So even if it's not real, it still made my life incredibly so much better, right? Because I practice a lot of gratitude, practice a lot of humility, love, and forgiveness, and those are all objectively good things, right? So definitely, like, if you're struggling, just try your options, right? You can always try. Maybe it helps. Just try it. But yeah, that will do it for this video. Everybody comment, Blake. What do you say about Blake? Comment something about Blake. What do you think about Blake? Oh, now I messed up my outro, because I always do like, subscribe, comment your favorites, but now the comment is some about Blake, alright? Blink twice if you need help. He doesn't blink. You see, I'm nice to him sometimes, a little bit. He doesn't need help. Let's get out of here.